With 456 players involved at the titular deadly competition in Squid Game, viewers are sure to have a hard time keeping every character straight when they start binge-watching Season 2 at launch on December 26th. The good news is, not every one of those players is essential to the story of Ji-hun's, Lee Young-jae, return to the games. See below for a guide to all of the key new Squid Game, and just a handful of returning, seeing as most of the Season 1 cast was wiped out by its fatal finale, characters that appear both in and outside the games. Beware, spoilers ahead for the first few episodes. The winner of the Squid Game that took place 3 years ago, Ji-hun has decided to re-enter in an attempt to figure out who is still running it after the death of game creator Oh Il-nam and take them down. Ji-hun has become consumed by his grief and trauma over being the sole survivor of the last games and has spent the past 3 years using the blood money prize he earned, 45.6 billion in South Korean won, to try to track down the games again. The current head of the Squid Game, following the death of game creator Oh Il-nam at the end of Season 1. In-ho has been working for the games since winning them himself years ago, leading the pink masked guards while wearing his own all-black uniform. Spoiler alert! This year, In-ho decides to follow in Oh Il-nam's footsteps and enter the games as Player 001 in order to teach a lesson to Ji-hun upon his return to the game. Ji-hun, who only ever encountered the frontman when he was masked, has no idea that In-ho, who goes by the name Young-il during the games, is the man in charge. Junho, Ha-jun, a police officer who infiltrated the Squid Game in Season 1 in hopes of finding his lost brother In-ho, who has been missing since he entered the games. At the end of Season 1, Junho finds his brother, In-ho, but it turns out he is now the frontman in charge of the game. In-ho shoots Junho off the top of a cliff, seemingly letting him fall to his death. Junho recovers and is working as a traffic cop at the start of Season 2. Recruiter, Gong-yu, returning from Season 1. This man is in charge of going out and recruiting down-on-their-luck people to participate in the games. He selects candidates and challenges them to a game of dokji, slapping them if they lose and giving them cash and an invitation to play in the Squid Game if they win. He recruited Ji-hun in Season 1, Noyul Park Gyu-young, a woman who works in an amusement park after escaping from North Korea to South Korea and having been separated from her infant daughter in the process. She pays investigators to look for her daughter with her small salary, but then takes a job as one of the masked pink guards at the games in exchange for an offer of help to find her child. While working as a guard in the games, she attempts to help some of the players, including Player 246, who she recognizes as a former coworker whose young daughter is sick with cancer.